Hey guys, I am Game Advisor and welcome to our week 32 update, Time Pressure for Icarus. Today we're going to be talking about all the things they've added in, so let's just jump right into it. Now, the most important thing they've added in this update, and by far the biggest component of it, is the new mission called Abyss Research. This is going to be on the Styx map, so if you haven't taken the time to go into that yet, you won't be able to do it until you unlock it, but it is a pretty interesting one. The key thing here is that you do have only 3 hours to complete the mission. This is the lowest timer I think I've seen in quite a while in Icarus. It might be the lowest in total, but don't quote me on that. Either way, it is a 3-hour mission for you to complete. And I will say, from personal experience with this mission, we did get pretty darn close to running out of time. I think we got down to about 15 to 25 minutes or something like that. But to be fair, we were kind of goofing off in the beginning for about the first 45 minutes. With that being said, if you are not efficient with your time and you do dilly-dally the whole time, you will find yourself running out of time and not being able to complete the mission. So it's a cool, unique twist. Just remember though, guys, if you do not finish the mission in time, make sure to leave in your drop pod. If you don't and you don't have insurance, then you will lose your character. And no one wants to lose their character. That is just not fun for anyone. So be aware of that. We can talk about that later on, but as far as that's concerned, keep in mind with these new missions and these new ideas they're coming out with, if you ever don't finish a mission in time, you will lose your character. Now, I'm not going to go too in depth with this mission, but we'll just say there's some new and unique kind of interesting things here. I believe we encountered some oxite that basically poisons, or for lack of a better word, radiates you and can cause you to take ticking damage, which was a unique mechanic. We haven't really seen too much of that before, so I'm glad they're implementing it here. Either way, it was a cool mission, and we'll be making a mission guide on it soon, so if you want to make sure you do it safely, make sure to check that out. The next thing they've added, or I should say kind of added, is deep mining ores inside the Outpost. This is supposed to be on every outpost, but the problem here is they're not really working right now. I'm not sure why. Everybody's been talking about it on the Discord. We went in and checked it for ourselves. Right now, the deep mining ores are not appearing in the Outpost, but I'm sure this will be fixed sometime in the next few days, or at least within the next couple of weeks. Either way, it's something to be aware of that they're going to be adding to the game. It just has to be fixed. I'm glad they're adding it too, because now I can AFK on my outpost and just let my ores pile up, which is something I've always wanted to be able to do. After that, they've also added a number of little minor fixes and balance changes, as well as some quality of life things. The first thing they did is they made it so when you press the numpad 7 on your keyboard, you will now be able to go ahead and actually remove the quest thing on your left side of your screen. Some of those quest logs can get really big, and it's nice to be able to hide it when you don't really need to see it anymore and be able to bring it back up by hitting numpad 7 again. They've also made it so whenever you critically hit something, it no longer shows 20x the damage, but actually shows you the number that it initially hit it for. This is just another thing that I really didn't understand why they did, but hey, it's fixed now. Now we can see the exact number of damage you actually hit it for. I think the 20x is just the game trying to say, hey, we're making sure it's dead for you since you got the animation for it, but either way, I'm glad it's fixed. They also fixed the damage type of many tick damage sources, such as probably poison and fire, things like that. Things that really probably shouldn't be damaging your armor that were, so they went ahead and fixed that. For an example, I think poison is one of these, but either way, it's just a nice thing to see. Next are the balance changes, and these ones are interesting, but again, none of these are too impactful. They fixed an issue where concrete items that were crafted in cement mixers would receive the reinforced glass stats unintentionally, so that's gone now. But more importantly, they made the glass bench no longer take 1,000 units of water, but instead only 250. They've also made the cement mixer go up to 250 from 100, so again, just a nice little balance change here. It seemed a little ridiculous to need 1,000 water, and it seemed a little too easy to only need 100, so now they've balanced it all out by saying everything just needs 250 and calling it a day. Obviously, crop plots won't apply here. They've also added the glass floor buildable item. This is pretty cool, as you can see down beneath it and see things below you, so if you're building some kind of multi-tier base, it can be a unique thing to add. And aside from that, it's mostly just bug fixes and other things, but for me, the most important one to mention down here is that they made it so that the kill cam can no longer hit the wrong enemy, which was something that was being abused in order to one-shot bosses and stuff like that, so I'm glad they fixed that. If you didn't know how this worked, it basically was if you shot an arrow and you got the kill cam for it, then it would go ahead and do that damage to whatever thing the arrow hit, even if a boss walked in front of it. Obviously, you can see how this could get abused, so once again, I'm just glad they fixed it. And that's pretty much going to wrap up the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to check out the changelog yourself, you can. And a big shout out to Jonathan S. and Jim Phillips for being supporters of our channel. We really appreciate you guys. You make a huge difference in the quality of content and how quickly we're able to put it out. So thank you for supporting us. And also thank you to all of you just for watching this video. I'm Game Advisor, and I'll see you next time.